These fucking boy racers, I swear to God. Thank you.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
So in this video, I'm going to be talking about everything that I wish I knew before ever bleaching my hair. The amount of hair disasters that I've had is unbelievable. How my hair's never fell out to where I've become bald, I do not know. It all started one day. I was in the kitchen and I noticed all this stuff that was out. There was a bowl, a brush, a pair of gloves, and this box with a woman on it with bright bleached blonde hair. And my nana, she was always putting stuff on her hair. And I said to her, I'm like, are you washing your hair? Like, you do this all the time. She's like, no, I'm changing its colour. Now, bearing in mind, I was only young at this point. Hadn't a clue what she was doing until she explained. So I'm like, all right, okay, so you're changing your hair colour. She's like, yeah. I'm like, but you do it all the time, like, is that okay? She was like, yeah, it's fine. As I got older, I started to become more intrigued. Like, Nana, my friends just come in to school and her hair was brown yesterday, now it's blonde. I says, is this what you do? And she's like, yeah, I changed my hair colour. And then I was like, well, I want to do it. I says, I'm sick of sitting in here watching you do it, and like, I don't get any of this treatment. And then that's where it began. So I started experimenting. However, I never ever used to do my own hair. It was always my nana that done my hair for us. I did not trust myself one bit. I thought, I can't do it and it's going to be easier my nana doing it for us. I decided I wanted blonde hair. And my nana never told us about the risks and what could happen with your hair. So as soon as she put it on us, I screamed the house down because it was burning. She never told me that it would burn. And then I looked at her, I'm like, I can't deal with this. My head's on fire. What's happening? She was like, it's fine. It's working. If it burns, it's working. So I believed all these years, if it burns, it works. Well, obviously not, because it doesn't always go like that. I have been every colour of the rainbow. I remember one time I bleached my hair when I started becoming more independent, about 5 times in one day, and I shit you not, my scalp was so tight. Every time I raised my eyebrows up like that, I could feel the tightness of my scalp. And if water touched it, whether it was cold, hot, lukewarm, you know, the right temperature, it would burn. All of my hair was like cotton wool. I would just have to go like that and it would come out. Luckily, I've never ever been bald. I've never lost all of my hair. So then my nana was like, what you need to be doing is you need to stop bleaching your hair. I'm like, well, you done this, like, I've always been intrigued by it. Your hair comes out perfect. What's going on with me? She's like, because you're not doing it properly. She says your hair will fall out if you keep doing it like that. So then she told me you need moisture put back into your hair. So wet your hair and lather your hair in conditioner. And she meant the full bottle. Here's me just dampening my hair and putting a little bit on. And then hoping for the best. She's like, no, you need to dunk your head in water. You need to saturate your hair in conditioner, wrap it up with a plastic bag and sleep in it. So that's what I did. And then I woke up the next day. She's like, you need to keep adding conditioner in your hair because it's going to dry out. You need to keep adding it in. So every single day I was getting sick, all I wanted to do was get my hair repaired back to its normal self so I could straighten my hair to see what it looked like properly. That's all that was in my head. That's all I wanted to do, and it wasn't going my way. And finally, after weeks of us being so stubborn and everything and wanting things my way when it wasn't going my way, my hair was back to being all right. So I straightened it, and I didn't like the colour. I wanted more bleach on it. Away to the shops I ran, picked up more bleach, and I bleached my hair by myself. And then, like, honestly, the knowledge that I had back then is ridiculous. When no one tells you in a way where you understand, you're not going to listen. But let me tell you, every couple of weeks, I started to see black in my hair. And what I was meaning by this is the roots were growing in. And I'm like saying to my nana, why is my hair changing colour? She was like, this is your natural hair colour coming through, and you need to bleach your hair every 6 weeks just to top it up, to keep up with it. I'm like, but the pain is so intense. She was like, well, beauty is pain. Got even more older, I wanted to experiment with crazy colours. So I started to add pink on, green, blue. Every colour you can imagine. And I was loving it. I couldn't get enough. And then I'm like, right, I need to buy enough bleach to see us through. I need to keep topping it up. I need to do this, so then I've forever got all these crazy hair colours, and I've forever got bleach, and I'll be sorted, and I don't have to go out and keep buying more and more. So I started to bulk buy, and I was always on top of doing my roots. But then my hair was becoming very dry, very brittle, more damaged. And my scalp was in agony all of the time, because I wasn't just waiting the 6 weeks. Soon as I had seen a speckle of my own natural hair coming through, the bleach come out. So I've done a lot of damage to my scalp as well as my hair over the years. But I can't say I blame my nana for all of this. When you're young and you want to experiment with your hair and experiment with all sorts of different things, you do go to the extent where you want things perfect, and that's the whole part of the process of growing up and learning new things. So you will run into walls, just trial and errors, and that's what I've done a lot. But what I wish I knew before I started to bleach my hair was how much damage that bleaching come with it, and all the faff on and all of the pain. Like, I wish I knew all of that before I started, but I think my nana thought I was too young to understand, so she never really, sat down and told us. Really, she wanted me to learn me lesson. That's exactly what it was. But as I got older, she did have that conversation with us, and I'm like, well, the damage is already done. I see YouTubers who have had more worse fails than what I have and what I've put up on YouTube, and all of their hair is falling out, and oh my God, I feel their pain. The amount of hair disasters I've had with just my hair in general. I remember years ago, I had synthetic dreadlocks in my hair, and I took them out after a month, and stupid me didn't brush my hair before I got in the shower. First thing I'd done when I wet my hair was I added shampoo onto it, and as I'm rubbing it in, I thought, my hair feels like it's getting knotted and it's getting tighter and tighter. Well, all my hair did get knotted, and then I had to get all my hair cut off, my own hair, and I had a pixie cut for God knows how long, and I wore a hat for God knows how long as well. I was absolutely fucking devastated. I was like, I look like a boy. I can't deal with this. I couldn't sleep for weeks. Like, for being a woman, this is what I don't think that people understand. Like, when it comes to men, I'm not being funny to any men that are watching, but sometimes there's certain men that don't understand how big a thing is to a woman, such as the hair. It's their image. When they lose that, it really does affect you, and that's what had happened to me, and it's happened to a lot of other women, and it ruins you. It completely ruins you. But then I started to understand that it is hair. It will grow back, and my hair will be long again. It will grow. But then I started getting used to having really short hair. But then I started to get like wigs, extensions and stuff, wore hats, and I started feeling all right again. And then my hair started to grow, and I feel all right now. But if I hadn't have done what I'd done, then my hair would have been right down my back now. Like, I do often think about that and still feel a bit destroyed inside over it, but shit happens. The smell of bleach and the fumes that it gathers in your house as well, like, oh, that's the one thing I hated. And in my bathroom, I do not have a window, I have a fan. That's always put on if I'm bleaching my hair in the bathroom. But like, it's so bad for your insides as well, man. Like, I remember one time, man, and I bleaching my hair, and the whiff, that was the first time I'd ever smelled that. Even her doing her own hair, it was bad. I had to leave the room. But bleach has changed over the years. You can get some with no ammonia in, but like the blue powder bleach, that is lethal, that stuff. Another thing that I wish I had have known was allergic reactions. I started to get an allergic reaction from the bleach powder, B. Jerome Russell, B. Blonde, and it was really bad. I had purchased it off Amazon, and I got 40 volume peroxide bottles, and I put 1.5 of those in, and 1 packet of bleach. Probably got the mixing ratio from powder to liquid all wrong. And then I started to bleach my roots myself, and I've always struggled with bleaching my roots myself. That's where my nana used to come in handy, but because I live quite far away from her, it wasn't always easy to get to her. So I decided to do it myself. And what had happened was it started to burn my ears, and my ears, the skin on my ears was bubbling. All the way up onto my head here was bubbling, and I had to wash it all off. I was like, the pain in the back of my neck as well. Oh my fucking God. I was in agony. I didn't go to hospital either, for I'm not sitting up there for hours just to be told, oh, just take some painkillers. Just rid it out, you know. But every time now, this is another thing I wish I had knew. Side effects that you can get off it. When I had bleach last on my hair, I did feel funny, like I was going to faint. And all of my face started going tingly. Now, I know for sure I'm 100% positive that I'm allergic to bleach. But it's only certain bleach. Like, with the no ammonia permanent dyes, I'm not allergic to those ones. Like, I don't feel anything negative when I put them on. It's just the blue powder bleachers. They've never agreed with us, but I've still put them on. But I stopped doing that a long time ago. I thought, I'm not putting my body through that. So I wish I had knew that all of that before I started to bleach my hair. The staining as well, all of my lovely black towels, why I decided to go into the cupboard to get out a black towel when I've got bleach on my hair, they've just all turned orange and they look awful and I need some new ones. I wish I had known how badly it would stain your items. The crazy colours would stain my bedding. My towels, I've had black towels, white towels, grey towels, you name it, they're all fucked. My hair used to be curly, wavy, long, thick when I was younger. And as I got older, my hair started to get a lot more damaged and my hair has went straight. So I've lost all my big, thick, bouncy curls. I wish I had known that it does take length off of your hair as well. And that's what happened to me a lot. I was losing length, I was losing volume, thickness, all of my lovely, luscious locks. It's quite depressing when I sit and think about it. I'm like, fucking hell. If I had never bleached my hair or even dyed it all them years ago and just went to the hairdressers, got my hair trimmed and, you know, kept it in good nick, my hair would have been unreal, I swear to God. Everybody loved my curly hair, but I did get bullied for it. When I say that people loved my hair, my curly hair, it was my family. But people at school, I used to get called Goldilocks. I wish I had knew back then as well that there was hair masks available. There was heat defence sprays, treatments, and I never used it. I just thought conditioner, which is similar to the hair mask, but with less, like, you know, conditioning stuff in it. I only knew that conditioner would help my hair, but really it didn't. It just put moisture back in, but not enough. I wish I had used all of that stuff when I had first ever started. But bearing in mind, I was only 11 when my hair was first ever bleached, but it was my fringe, so all of this was bleached blonde and all up here was red as anything. And that's when the addiction started. Like, the amount of things I had, the ideas in my head that I wanted to do with my hair. I wanted to be Paris Hilton. I wanted to have her blonde hair. I wanted everything about her looks. And you know what? When I look back on my younger self thinking like that, I'm like, no, you don't want that. It's done nothing but damage my hair. But I will say I have been very lucky with my hair compared to other people. But bleaching your hair 5 times in one day, how I bypassed all of my hair falling out that day, I'll never understand. Never understand. I wish I had have learned my lesson back then and stopped when my hair was at its worst, when my hair at the ends were just falling out. The fact that I only wanted my hair sorted just to straighten it straight after blow drying it when it's had all of that bleach on is absolutely manic. My mind, honestly, it's a scary place. There's been times where the bleachings went fine. I've put no spray on it for heat. I've never done any treatments. It's just straight up bleach, shampoo, condition straight after, which shampoo isn't really recommended after bleaching, from what I've learned. And then heat on it straight away to dry it. So eager to get it straightened. Then I've straightened it. my hair would sizzle, my hair would fry, it would be crispy, and then I would brush it out and still go over the same piece of hair. Wow. I look back on it in my mind and I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, what are you doing? That's everything that I wish I had have learned. And it's everything that I wish I had have known. Like, crazy. If you like videos like this, then make sure you give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. I have lots of ideas of new content coming as well, so keep your eyes open for that. I will see you all in my next video pretty soon. Bye everyone.
And it goes a little something like